Remember, I sold at 18s on NinjaTrader. 18s on NinjaTrader. And we've just went $2,000 a contract down to 2018s. One person likes it, Paul. Thank you for being in the room. It's nice to see how well that trade was received. And that was bloody sensational. And again, look at how long it took for the sell to work. Took a long time, didn't it? It wasn't just given to us on a plate. It wasn't just like, here it is, get your sell on. It was a bit of graft. I mean, we had to work hard to get into position for this one. We started selling it at 8:30 this morning. We sold more at 9 o'clock. We sold more at 10 o'clock. We sold more at 12:15. We sold more at 1300 hours. And sure enough, there's the outcome. There's the outcome, guys. Live room call, another $2,000 on top of the $5,000. In fact, make that $6,000 that we've now made per contract on the NASDAQ short. And you'll probably be aware that we've had a very, very outstanding morning from those live room calls this morning. If you decided to join us on any of them, just one of them would do. Just one. Up to you. But what have we seen? Well, of course, this is all based around what just came out from the US. We had a absolutely stinking number out of Canada to start with, the Canadian. So it's not a US thing, it's Canadian as well. So Canadian GDP, before you, just in case you start blaming Trump on this, but Canadian GDP numbers coming in at minus 0.2%. Month on month, minus 0.2%. But for me, the big number was actually the core PCE price advance number for the US coming in very hot at 3.5%. It was expected to show hot. Remember, we talk about this in the room. The previous was 2.6% and the consensus was 3.3. Well, if that's the case, if we know that's the case, surely to price in 3.3%, we should have been selling bonds. Does nobody get this? This is why I thought this was a no-brainer sell trade for me at the top edge. That's why I kept working it like an absolute maniac, right? So when you look at this storyline here, look at the PCE price advances, right? The previous was 2.6 and the consensus is 3.3. So if we start pricing that consensus in, what does it mean for everybody? What does it mean? It means we should be selling treasuries, shouldn't we? To price that in, we should be sell-side bonds. So when you come into the desk this morning in London and you see the bonds is actually higher, not lower, higher, not lower, you've got to be looking and saying, I've got to keep selling bonds up here, right? I've got to keep selling lots and lots and lots of treasuries up here. Because even if it comes in at consensus at 3.3%, the bond should still fall because it's significantly higher than the prior number of 2.6, isn't it? This should be dead obvious to everybody, guys. This literally should be absolutely crazy obvious to everybody if you've done the classroom. And if it's not, you haven't done the classroom yet. You've maybe listened to the classroom, but you've not learned from the classroom. That's on you, not on me. You've got to know this stuff. This is bread and butter trading opportunities. When you've got a consensus as high as that, you should be selling bonds into London if it's higher. So because it is a higher consensus, we normally expect it to beat the consensus on the upside. So that means it's going to go even further than it should normally. And sure enough, the bond price has gone further than it should normally. And we have absolutely ripped that trade to shreds, guys. We've traded 20 and a half, $2,000 plus a bit of change. I can't just believe how good that storyline was. And that's how easy it can be, guys. And I'm not saying it's easy to get into that sell trade. You had to do some work. That's what trading is, guys. Guess what? That is exactly what trading is.